everybody, and welcome to the T2 Challenge Season 2, the regionals. We're at the Westchester Table Tennis Center in Pleasantville, New York, for a great matchup today between Mishel Levinski and Matilda Ekholm. Mishel Levinski representing Team Alpha on our left. We got a couple of lefties going at it today, Sean O'Neill, and we're looking forward to it here at the Westchester Table Tennis Center.
Mark, what I like about this match is both of these players have tremendous serves. They're almost a mirror image of each other. They like to do the forehand pendulum serve, but they do the reverse version of it. So really look for each player to trying to set the table, get that first attack in, but watch for some tricky serves.
Yeah, we see Matilda Ekholm on our right-hand side. She's got a number of achievements, including being a 2016 Olympian for Sweden, as we're underway here at the Westchester Table Tennis Center. And the first point of this match goes to Matilda Ekholm. This is a big one for Team Omega, who Matilda is representing, Sean.
Yeah, she's going to really have to get things going. They cannot afford to get any further down in this team match.
Yeah, this is the seventh match in the 16 regionals that we have, and right now it is Team Alpha leading over Team Omega 7 points to 1.
Matilda having a little bit of difficulty there with her inside-out serve.
She misses on the backhand as well as Mishel Levinski draws it even at 2 apiece here in game 1.
You see both of these players, Mark, liking to take some pace off the ball, force the opponent to play out of the backhand corner, and really keep the ball short if possible.
Well, nice shot that time by Mishel. Gets it by on the backhand side of Matilda Ekholm. Tie things back up at 3 apiece here. Best of 7. We are playing T2 rules, of course. So we've got the 24-minute clock. We'll talk more about that as we go on. And, of course, there is motivation, Sean, to win without having to play a fast 5. Win before the expiration of that 24-minute clock.
Yeah, you get the bonus points. So you get 2 points for your team. And look for Matilda to really try to keep the spin going, whereas Mishel, very strong at hitting winners.
Tried to hit one right there, but into the net and right back at him. Now a 6-3 lead, the largest margin of this match thus far. 6-3 for Matilda Ekholm.
Oh, and that ball just caught the top of the net. Mishel had an open court to the backhand side.
Matilda jumping out to a 5-point lead now at 8-3 here in game 1 of the best of 7.
And Mark, Matilda, when she plays her forehand loop on the forehand side, she'll deliver a lot of side spin on the ball. It'll make it very tough for Mishel to counter loop that ball. And there's a very tricky serve, very, very heavy spin, well placed. Matilda unable to do anything with it.
And that one goes wide. So with game point here in game 1, and many of them, Matilda Ekholm and the serve. And that does it for game 1. So Matilda Ekholm, an 11-4 win in game 1. And it did not look, Sean, as if that Mishel Levinski had really got into his game at any point in game 1. He's going to have to go back and regroup.
Yeah, definitely he didn't get started. Here we see a replay of the last point, going for a backhand over the table loop. Try to take it down the line, just missed it wide. Mishel really needs to get his forehand going so he can knock Matilda off the table and really gain the upper hand.
We've got a couple of left-handers playing against one another. I would imagine that impacts the strategy for a left-hander who's probably not used to playing a lot of matches against other lefties.
It's really true, Mark, that when you have two lefties play, unusual things can happen. It really comes down to who practices more with other lefties to get that sense of the change of spin and position.
There's a good shot by Mishel Levinski to take a 1-0 lead here in game 2. Down 1-0 in the best of 7. Got to do a little adjustment on the laces of his shoes here.
And that's such a tricky shot when Matilda comes in with that backhand loop over the table. She can take it down the line and cross court.
Another nice backhand by Matilda there. Into the net goes Mishel Levinski, and with a 2-1 lead, her first lead of this second game, is Matilda Ekholm.
Oh, beautiful there play by step around by Mishel. He read it right, took it cross court.
Oh, beautiful spin by Mishel. Then a great save by Matilda Ekholm, but unfortunately for her, hits the next one long, and with a 3-2 lead now, Mishel Levinski here in game 2.
That's the second time Matilda has missed her serve. Probably she's trying to put as much spin on it, knowing that if she just takes a little off, Mishel can just touch it back over the net and really take her offense away.
Good loop that time by Mishel Levinski. Unable to handle it was Matilda. Now with a 5-2 lead here in game 2 is Mishel Levinski and the serve.
Matilda's really relied on that backhand loop to get the point going.
Opening up a 6-3 lead is Mishel Levinski. She's 26 years of age, out of Brooklyn, New York. Ready to receive the serve. Great save that time by Matilda Ekholm, and Mishel Levinski hits the response long. Tremendous point for her. Draws within 2.
And again, nice job by Mishel there. He got the backhand slow opening, just turned the corner, took his forehand down the line for the winner.
Had nice power on that. There's a little power from Matilda Ekholm as well. Unable to handle it is Mishel Levinski. Now within 2 again is the Swedish-born but now Brooklyn resident Matilda Ekholm.
And again, that backhand loop mark is so spinny. When Matilda takes it down the line, very difficult to counterattack.
Swing and a miss there, and now we're at even at 7 here. Game 2, Matilda Ekholm leading 1-0.
She'd like to have that one back. Lifted a heavy topspin serve and just kept it going right off the end of the table.
Now with a 9-7 lead is Mishel Levinski. Oh, a couple of nice blocks that time by Mishel, and into the net ultimately is Matilda, and there with game point is Mishel Levinski. First one is staved off by the Olympian Matilda Ekholm. Also one. Sorry, Sean.
Yeah, Mishel with the serve now. Let's see if he goes back to those topspin serves that have been working for him so well later in this game too.
Drawing back within 1 now is Matilda Ekholm. Still with the serve. Mishel, another game point. Tying things up, and this is what we love about T2, is that there's no deuce, so that somebody's about to win game 2 right here.
Sudden death.
And that somebody is Mishel Levinski. Beautiful backhand that time. Blew it by Matilda Ekholm to even things up at 1 game apiece. An 11-10 victory for Mishel Levinski. There was a lot of power on that shot, Sean.
Absolutely. He really zipped that ball across the table with his backhand. Matilda, after coming back from such a huge deficit, and then boom, Mishel with that nice cross court. First a soft touch, brought Matilda in, and then just took it for the clean winner to even up this match at 1 game apiece.
Matilda Ekholm, who has won 4 medals in the European Championships, including a bronze in 2013 in the women's doubles, with her partner Galia Dvorak, who she's also partnering right now with a really cool podcast that they do on Switcher Studio, Sean. We love Switcher Studio, and Matilda and Galia do a great job with their presentation, kind of a table tennis podcast that they do.
Yeah.
As we start into game 3 here, 1-0 lead for Mishel Levinski. Did play in the 2020 Olympic trials in Santa Monica.
Mishel has had some very good results internationally also, playing for Team USA.
He's got a 2-0 lead here in game 3. Really turned things around since game 1, now up 3-0. Off the screen that time was Mishel Levinski. There's some nice power from Matilda. Kind of one of the elements of her game, Sean. She can really rip it herself.
No problem going for the big forehand. And that shot is so difficult. If you notice, Mishel, when he went to counter loop it, his body went down a little bit. There's so much spin on that ball. To counterattack it, got to stay high.
Couple of nice forehands that time by Matilda's tied things up at 3 here in game 3. 1 game apiece. And, of course, the 24-minute clock, we're watching that. Any game that started after the conclusion of that 24-minute clock is a fast 5. Her first lead of this game 3 for Matilda Ekholm at 4-3.
Again, she's just going with her bread and butter. Nice backhand spinny opening, forcing Mishel just to become a blocker. He's got to do a little bit more with that serve return so she doesn't have such an easy time making that backhand opening loop.
Well, that was a great shot down the line that time by Matilda. Difficulty handling it for Mishel.
Mishel showing that he's got some forehand power as well on that little pop-up.
Bounced up high, right in the wheelhouse. Ripped it by. Oh, great backhands by Matilda. She's got so much spin on that, Sean. Very difficult to handle. Now draws within 2 here. Or excuse me, takes a 7-5 lead here in game 3.
Oh, lucky break there with the net ball.
Oh, great play that time by Mishel Levinski. Deep on his left-hand side. Comes across with the forehand and blows it by Matilda Ekholm. He now draws with back within 2 at 6-8. Serve over 2, Matilda Ekholm.
Oh, Michel's got to make that ball. He worked so hard to get Matilda out of position and to get that sitter, and then just kind of swatted it away.
Of course, we're playing under the COVID rules where the players won't switch sides. You notice that over these first 3 games.
Nice topspin serve there by Mishel. Matilda, again, lifting up a little bit too much. The ball goes long.
Now within 1 and the serve, Mishel Levinski.
Oh, he had the perfect pop-up. She gave him exactly what he wanted. And Mishel just bottomed out on that high ball to the forehand.
He's missed a couple this game, Sean, that he looked like he could put away easily and just didn't. Great point that time. Great saves by Matilda Ekholm, and staying right in there was Mishel Levinski, winning the point and drawing within one.
Oh, what a return there by Mishel, able just to get his racket on that wide shot out to his forehand to deliver a clean cross-court winner.
He hits the hard ones and misses the easy ones, for crying out loud. Here now with the serve and game point. Somebody's going to win game 3 right here. No deuce in T2 rules. Great backhand that time by Matilda Ekholm on the game point and wins game 3 to take a 2-1 lead with the 11-10 victory. Nice battle back that time by Mishel Levinski, but Sean, it was a cute little backhand that time by Matilda Ekholm down the line that makes the difference.
She's pulled this backhand out numerous times. It's a nice serve, but she goes over the table surface and just so takes smooth. It straight down the line. Just so easy and effortless. Just knocking Mishel off the table for the direct point.
Well, that's a pro play right there. We want to thank everybody here, Sean, at the Westchester Table Tennis Center, including our umpire today, Wilson Chia. Always does a great job. Great guy to work with. Will Shorts, of course, who runs the facility there at Westchester, and Stephanie Luke and Edmund Suin have been so important during not only Season 2 of the T2 Challenge, but also in Season 1.
I don't think Mishel liked that ball. He tended to throw it right behind him. So sometimes the balls take some weird bounces, especially when they have so much spin on them. But this is what Matilda wants. She wants to make that first opening loop and then just control the table, move Mishel around, keep away from his forehand.
There's another example, Sean, where it seems like Mishel, when he's had some forehands that look like they're going to be easy to handle, he just has not had that kind of crispness to bury those shots.
Yeah, I think stepping in quicker and maybe just going for a clear smash instead of spinning it. But as you said earlier, Mark, when two lefties play, it's really tough to gauge what's going to happen because of the spin change.
Did a good job that time, Mishel Levinski did, handling the serve. A little different serve from Matilda down the line, but unfortunately for Mishel, it's a ball into the net and now is down 2 here in game 4, trailing 2-4 with the serve.
Again, those balls are pop-ups, but Michel's spinning them up versus really driving them or possibly smashing. He's not a big smashing player. He does like to loop the ball. Nice blocks that time. Yeah. Mishel able to keep the ball in front of him, force Matilda to have to move her feet a little bit.
Good, powerful forehand that time by Matilda. Unable to handle it was Mishel. Now a 6-4 lead for Matilda Ekholm. Serve over to Mishel Levinski. Well, a little bit of everything that time by Matilda. A couple of nice backhands. Mishel on the defensive was unable to save the last one, but forehands, smashes, just about everything on that. It went through the whole mix of shots that she has.
I mean, Matilda's backhand has just been superb, especially the down the line one, which is how you want to play a left-handed player when possible. Get them out wide to their forehand and take them out of that comfortable backhand corner.
Ooh, that was a nice little kind of chop backhand that time by Matilda. Unable to handle it was Mishel Levinski. Now 8-5. Matilda with the serve.
Once again, Matilda just establishing that heavy opening. Mishel, if he's early or he's reaching, it's really tough to get over the ball. You've got to step in with both your feet and take it off the bounce versus reaching for the ball. And there's a little bit of forehand power by Mishel. Wow. Right over the table. Nice flip kill.
And that's some frustration in that one there, Sean, I think. Ooh, that goes long, unfortunately, off the net and out, I guess. 10-6 now. Game points for Matilda Ekholm, leading 2-1, trying to make it 3-1. And she does on the first opportunity with an 11-6 victory here in Game 4. And it's now a 3-1 lead for Matilda Ekholm, who would love to close this one out without having to go to a fast 5, Sean, simply because that would get Team Omega 2 points in the standings. As we look at that last point again, kind of a awkward backhand. Yeah, the spin on that was a unique attempt.
Yeah, a little bit of a reverse banana shot, which you see a lot of the players doing. As a lefty, he had to go completely against the spin. So it looks like we will be into a fast 5.
Fast 5, of course. If you are familiar with the way T2 rules work, it is the first person to gain 5 points. It's any game that started after the 24-minute clock has expired. And we are on to Game 5 here. And the 24-minute clock has not yet expired. So this should be a regular game, up to 11. A 3-0 lead here in Game 5.
Both players doing a great job at disguising the spin on their serve.
Oh, great backhand that time by Mishel Levinski down the line with power. Now takes a 4-1 lead here in Game 5. Good save that time by Matilda, but not on the second attempt. So Mishel Levinski with a 5-3 lead here in Game 5, down 3-1.
Michel's doing a much better job of serving into the middle, forcing Matilda really have to make a shot selection there. A lot more forced errors.
There's another example, Sean, of Mishel looking like he's in position to bury that forehand, unable to do it.
Nice touch return there, though, showing that position is just as important as going for the big finishing shot. And Michel's playing really smart right now. He's getting that, again, both players, either time they get that opening loop, and it really sets the stage for the rest of the rally. Oh, and that's a beautiful forehand down the line by Mishel. We've seen that in the first couple games when he turns the corner.
Oh, and another great one on game point. Mishel Levinski with the 11-4 victory in Game 5. Now, with the time that will expire during this in-between games, I'm presuming we are going to go to a fast 5 for Game 6. But let's get another look at this game winner. Great shot.
Great technique. Took it cross court. Took that soft opening loop and just drove it for the winner.
We are in a fast 5 at this time. So it'll be the first person to 5 points. No deuce. And, of course, in the fast 5, you switch the serve on every point. It's going to start with Matilda Ekholm leading 3-2.
Wow, what a nice third ball attack by Matilda out of the gate. I mean, she sees the finish line right now. It's only 4 points away.
Now with a 2-0 lead here and the serve, Matilda Ekholm trying to close this one out. Up 3-2, fast 5, first player to 5 is going to win game 6.
And again, the down-the-line backhand that has served Matilda so well this entire match.
With his first point of this game 6 is Mishel Levinski. Serve back over to Matilda Ekholm, up 3-1. Trying to close this thing out. Her work cut out for her. Oh, and now it's match point.
Yeah, excellent serve by Matilda, but Mishel with the serve.
And that does it for this match. What is the 7th of 16 regionals? It's Matilda Ekholm ending up beating Mishel Levinski 5-1 in that game 6. She won 11-4, then lost 11-10. We get another look here, Sean, at match point.
Heavy chop there by Matilda just to keep the ball in play. Mishel tried to drop it short, had a little bit too much underspin, went straight into the net.
That's the victory for Matilda Ekholm, 11-4, 10-11, 11-10, 11-6, then 4-11, then 5-1 here in the Fast 5. And she ends up with a big victory for Team Omega, who now drawn within 5 points in the team competition here, Sean, at 7-2. But that was almost a must-win for Team Omega. And the Olympian, Matilda Ekholm, comes through big.
I mean, it really was a match of momentum back and forth, and Matilda won the big, tight games. Mishel had some wonderful shots, just too few, not often enough.
Yeah, that was an example of one of the great forehands that he did hit in that match. I think if he looks back on that match for Mishel Levinski, it's going to be the tale of missing some shots that I think he felt like would have been putaways that he was unable to put away, and Matilda Ekholm comes up with the big victory here at the Westchester Table Tennis Center. Sean, Team Omega trying to claw their way back in, 5 points behind, but they've got coming up next Adar Alguetti, one of the co-captains, along with Matilda Ekholm, going to be taking on the competitor Li Jian and in our next match here at the Westchester Table Tennis Center.
Should be a great match, two contrasting styles with offense against defense.
All right, tonight it's Matilda Ekholm beating Mishel Levinski. We want to thank everybody for stopping by. I hope you'll be back for our next match in the T2 Challenge Season 2. For Sean O'Neill, the High Performance Director of USA Table Tennis, I'm Mark Thompson. Have a great night, everybody.